studio to talk about something rather important. A message was sent to us. Of course, let's introduce the men. I will introduce the men.
Okay.
Chairman would say the story that was sent to us. Well, we have SB in the building. SB, how are you doing today?
SB is back. I'm
SB.
good.
Okay, fantastic. It's great to have you. And we have the one, the only, the one with one of the sweetest voices on radio. And I mean, I've gotten men on our show ask, Git, how are you dealing with this voice?
You've gotten men on the show?
No, I've gotten men on the show calling to ask, how are you dealing with this voice on radio? And you are there at 9 p.m., 11 p.m. I'm like, you people should just calm down. Well,
I didn't gonna say much. Somebody's already calling to ask
Basil Dennis. Hi, Basil. How are you doing today?
Did you not complete it?
Basil Dennis the 7th.
There we go.
Yeah,
Hi,
thank
BD. What's up?
you
How are
very
you?
much. It feels good to be
Fantastic.
back.
Okay,
to
so the
have you
matter
here.
of the day, hot. Nice to meet you, man. This show is your own.
But-
We're just here adjusting and assessing situation and just giving you updates in case. So the story is, dear men, help. I am not my wife's best friend. I have a problem with the fact that my wife doesn't take me as her best friend. She has a friend who she grew up with, and I find that he has always been her best friend and confidant. I have tried to talk to her about it, but she recently told me that she can't tell me everything because I can't handle some things. I'm not suspecting her of cheating. He has not hidden from me and he respects boundaries. But what do I do?
Okay.
Take a cold drink of water and think
Over
about
to the
it.
men. Over to the men.
Let the married man go first.
Let the married
I
man go
respect-
first.
respect married people.
This true.
With all due
Okay,
respect,
true
but-
that.
Yeah.
If we're gonna look at
SB.
it, SB.
SB's back.
Like, I actually looked shocked because I actually think this should be something you should even talk about first.
No,
No,
It's
you are the
coming
one that
from
is
a
married
married
and
man.
has a wife now.
Yeah, I know.
I said Harry
you know-
is married and has a wife.
He's married.
You know why I said so?
Why
Why so?
Like, I think if this will be sorted out, it should probably come from even while before you go married.
Okay.
So if you
It
have,
started
if
already,
you have,
so it should.
yeah, if you have, if you're married,
Okay.
I think before you go married, you should know the extent to which you can take some things, like how your wife relates with the opposite sex.
Gender,
Yeah,
okay.
the opposite gender
Exactly.
things.
Yeah.
Like, how do your wife see you relating with the opposite gender? If I'm not comfortable with my wife being so close, I don't think we'll get married. If-
Okay.
If I don't believe I can look away when my wife tell me this is a friend, and I can see it as yes, there's nothing to it, I don't think I should get married to such a woman. So if you can't take it as a single person, don't take it into marriage. So that was what I was thinking. Maybe you just look at it and
No,
just,
are you saying therefore that you will not marry you would have not married your wife if she had a male best friend?
I didn't say me.
No, I'm
Okay.
saying for
Said the story.
instance.
No, for
yeah,
instance, like using you as a case
We're
study.
using it as a case study, not you
Oh,
with
okay.
your
Like if my wife has a best friend,
That is
male
male.
best
male
friend.
best friend,
Yes.
like maybe I won't marry her.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying I won't marry her.
Okay.
I know how to deal with, see, when I'm dealing with person, with anybody, my default setting is trust 100%.
Yes.
Okay.
You've not given me any reason to doubt you, so I'm going in with you. So when you start giving me that reason, when I'm coming in with you, I'm giving you that space of, now human being, if you fuck up,
If she messes up.
like anybody, with my friends, like I give you that space. So by the time you mess up, like I will be able to have that shock. So like I don't think I will get overly surprised, but I give you a clean bill of health.
So the in this
So-
case, he's not suspecting
He's not
suspecting
suspecting
his wife of
anything.
cheating. His only problem is, I am not my wife's best friend. So would you have a problem with not being your wife's best friend?
Personally,
Personally. I'm sorry, I
Personally,
behave. I'll
I-
behave.
okay, yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
How so?
Wait, if our best friend is the best friend I know before we go married,
So the sex of
Like
the best
those
friend,
clothes.
the sex of the best friend doesn't matter.
matter.
The gender of the best friend doesn't matter to you.
to me it does. That's why I said yes and no.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
it's if a guy is our best friend, yes, I might have a problem with that. But if it's before we got married, if I had known, like I said, if I had known a guy is our best friend, I probably wouldn't have.
Gotten married to
So
her.
you
Yes.
would not marry a woman because a guy is her best friend.
And for the fact that I know, see, what do you tell your boy? You have a best friend, right?
Yeah.
So how do you guys discuss? Like, what do you guys talk about?
Different
things from life and
life and
Like
time.
crazy things, like crazy
It
things.
doesn't have to be crazy.
No. That means you guys are not best of friends.
We're not always talking about the crazy. Crazy might be 10% of the deep stuff that we talk about.
Your best friend knows practically everything about you.
to a large extent, yes.
My
True.
I'm supposed to be able to call your best friend and probably ask
If
you
something's
something.
wrong with me, yes.
Ask you something. You tell me something, and I call
Your
So
best
you don't
friend.
have
you yourself. I call yourself. Whatever you're going to tell me about that thing might probably be so close. Might not
To
be
what the
exactly
best
the
friend
same thing.
said.
Yes, because you guys have been together. You know how you think.
so you feel bad if the person you're calling is male.
Like how would a guy know everything that is happening in my house? Because
But
my
he has
wife
always
is
known,
related.
no, because he
He
has
has
always
always
known
been
her.
that
They've
person
been
to
friends
her
since maybe
for the longest time.
secondary
Wire
school or university.
differently.
Wait,
That's
wait,
the
wait.
fact.
Sorry.
Okay.
Basil is rubbing hands. I'm feeling like there's
He has
trouble.
something to say. All right,
No, no, no,
Basil.
no.
Basil.
From the
You are
beginning of
still
time,
single.
for Christians, believers, beginning of time, according to the Bible, when God had Adam, he knew that Adam was alone, and he said, let's make a helper. One person, not two people. When the problem started was when Eve went to bring in a third party into the friendship.
Okay.
Started
Wait.
from the beginning.
It's
Now,
it's their man.
That's a fact.
Nah,
Now,
let him speak. Let him cook. Let him
if
cook.
he says a guy, I'm saying ladies, guys, whatever, we have all sort of humans these days in the world. You know, those who have switched.
Male, female, and
Yeah, with all
hermaphrodite.
due respect, it's true. Those who have switched, who don't feel comfortable and all that. If you are not, what is a friendship? Friendship is somebody who you both support each other, one or two people, especially one. When you say or two people, these things come up. It's for people who want to get out of the norm. Most
Okay.
cases, when you see that thing online or in dictionary, you want to get out of the norm. The norm is one person, friendship. So when you keep that thing, it's easier to keep one friendship with one person than three people. Now, when you have that friendship with somebody, you share experiences, support, moral, emotionally.
Emotional attachment,
Yeah,
of course.
And you say virtually everything. If that person already, like you said, before you get to even start being serious in dating, you can't make that friendship. Scratch that. Don't move ahead to get engaged to that person.
Sorry,
Okay.
sir.
If when
Sorry.
somebody
so-
says, when somebody tells you there are some things you can't handle, is this person that can handle it too? Their husband is over.
Do you
Because
think that some men
there's a high
make that?
tendency that that lady, that person is keeping stuff that she knows that if I tell you, oh, Gifty, I can't tell you this thing. It's either wrong to you, I'm offending you in the friendship, or it's something I'm ashamed of.
You don't
If
think
you're
that it's
ashamed of
either I
something,
cannot
you're
handle
keeping it
it.
away, yeah, from your husband.
No, you don't
feel
think that
can't
it's
handle it.
because I cannot handle
No,
that.
because it's
Maybe I'm
too
not
big.
emotionally intelligent to handle it.
No.
Uncle,
Maybe that's the
No,
reason that why
because
she's
you don't
thinking
trust,
of
because you
such.
didn't understand each other before you got married. Know thyself first.
Okay.
You're right. You might not be emotionally
Intelligent
okay,
enough
yeah,
to
exactly.
pay attention
But you should
or
have
to
gotten that
react.
first. Click first with that person before you get into marriage with that person. You have no business having a best friend outside your marriage.
Let's hit the
Okay.
ground running.
Male or female?
First of all, I should quickly state that it is on dear men in particular. We find ourselves holding hands because we're trying to hold our temper together. But it's okay. We can do this. We've got this. Okay. The number you call us with is 0705 6900927. 0705 6900927. Also on WhatsApp, you can reach us on that number as well. If you want to send a text message,
It's to 0903-714-2798. 0903-714-2798 is the number to send a text to. Choma Bibi, she's literally her hands.
I'm
are
raising
up.
my hands.
Because
in
I
this
have- I
class,
have a
in this class, I always used to say
question.
Uncle I,
I already
Auntie
find that
I.
kind of marriage. You're married to somebody, but you have a best friend outside. You are 60% married to that person. Trust me.
Hey! Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Who's speaking?
Miss Elua speaking.
Oh, Missy Olua. All right, Missy. Talk
Let's
to us.
talk.
Okay, this is a very interesting topic. I'm a married guy. you
Okay.
understand? So, would I have married my wife if she had a best friend, a male best friend? It depends. So everybody has their own individual complex, right? If we have to have the first, we need to have that conversation, and I can understand where the guy that is married is coming from, right? In marriage, things are different. outside marriage, there's a lot of narratives, there's a lot of pictures you paint in your head, but in marriage, it's actually practical and very, very different. So yes, if my wife starts telling me that she can't tell me things, I would rather tell a male friend, I will have issues with that. But I expect us to have settled it even before marriage. Like for instance, my wife has a friend, a very close friend, a guy. You understand? She never said that they dated or there was anything emotional between the two of them. But before marriage, I told her there should be, if we want to go on with this, I'm going to forgo all my female friends. You understand? I will have less conversations with them. The same way you will not allow me to have a female best friend. You understand? I cannot allow you to have a male best friend. It's conversations we need to have before marriage. Not that when we get to marriage, we start unbottling and start tackling things we should have tackled earlier.
Imisioluwa, I get you. But what if she knows you enough that you may not be able to emotionally handle some situations in the way that may be palatable to her?
I'm going to get there because Basil mentioned something, right? That there should be no third person in the relationship.
Right.
I will tell you for free, right? If you are dating someone, a male or a female, and they start talking like that, run for that person.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Run for that person.
Okay.
Yes, it is not good to have a third person interfering, maybe your family members, maybe your close friends, but that you will not have somebody that you two are responsible for, it is bad. Either the guy dies early or the woman dies early. You need to have somebody that you can unburden your mind to, maybe a counselor. You understand? Maybe somebody that is neutral between two. I'm not talking about families, I'm not talking about friends.
Imisioluwa.
Shouldn't be. I'm being serious right now. Okay, for example, I will be very practical with you. You have issues with your wife at home.
Okay.
You are doing demand. This is practical. This is what has happened to me. Marriage is not all bed of roses, right? And so a few weeks ago, I was having issues with my wife, and we were not talking. I was boiling, you understand? And it took me to talk to somebody else that is neutral for me to be able to calm down.
Imisioluwa, can you just stretch your hand? I would like to shake you. Just stretch your hand.
But you are all what he said.
No.
You understand? And this kind of discussions are not what you can even talk to your wife because she hurts you. But you know one thing, the reason why you don't want to talk to your wife is because maybe you two have an iota of fault. And because of your ego, you understand? You don't want to discuss it because you know how women are, and I'm not trying to be I don't want to sideline women because men we have our faults, you know.
Yes.
But you say something, they want to be on the defensive. They don't even want you to land. They just want to interject, just like Choba has been interjecting. And
I'm not even ask a question. This live. Imisioluwa, wait. Now I'm going to interrupt you. Imisioluwa, I have one question.
This is what I'm talking about.
Can you imagine? I take it with my full chest. Thank you. Imisioluwa, I have a question. I'm sorry to interrupt you because of time. I have a question. Do you tell your wife every single thing?
Okay, I tell my wife a lot of things now.
So you understand that she doesn't also tell you every single thing, right?
Yes, I understand that, which is okay.
And you're okay with it? Okay, fantastic.
Fine.
I'm okay with it. But you know the difference now is that I don't discuss it with any so-called best friend.
I see the line. I see the line. So you can discuss it with any other person that is neutral, but not with a best friend.
I discuss it when it comes to maybe a counseling matter. Okay, for example, right?
Okay.
Maybe my wife disrespected me. You understand? And I know whenever I want to talk to her about it, she will be defensive.
Okay.
Who do I want to go and report to? Nobody. Do I bring it up again? No. It's either I talk to her about it and we flare up and we finish it, or we go to a counselor, a third party, and get to a neutral person that helps us to hear. Most times, all these conflicts, you just need somebody to hear the two of you out.
Okay. Imisioluwa, sorry, one last question. I'm so sorry. Again, because of time, that's why I'm interrupting you. It's my work.
Okay.
So the last question is, if this so-called best friend was female, would that be a problem?
If the best... No, so my wife has female friends, you understand? Best friends. And I want to tell you for a fact that I know they discuss a lot of things.
Of course.
You understand? Like the married guy talked about, trust is very, very important. Trust is very important. So I trust her to be mature, my wife to be mature enough. And I know she might have been, even our sex life, she discussed it with her. They talk about it. On Valentine's Day, I did not approach her, and she was angry, and she said she was even bragging that this. So you understand that? And I knew they talk about those things, but I need to trust that she'll be mature enough, and you don't necessarily need to poke your nose into things that doesn't concern you.
Thank
Right.
you.
So I remove my mind and I just zero up my mind like that. We have issues, so we usually have issues. That's marriage, what we say to. But there are things that you should just make it as a rule. Number one, don't poke close. Number two, but if it's a guy who have issues, you can't be discussing my sex life with the guy.
Okay. So
That's
the
what we
issues
already
matter.
closed that.
Thank you, Mr.
The issues that are
Olua.
being
Yeah, thank you
discussed
very
matter.
I'm,
Thank
I'm
you so much,
hugging you,
Mrs.
sending you agape
So-
love.
Thank you so
hug.
much, Mr. So I mean, Basil has been itching to say
Yeah,
something.
so
He's
so I'm
literally
glad that he corrected it, because I was about to tell you guys, don't get too happy quick, because he was saying, oh, somebody outside. When I was talking about that, I was talking about friend. Professional is different. We mix it all up every time. What do you do with your friend? Sometimes you hug your friends. You cuddle. Friends cuddle. Friends talk.
Careful.
No, I'm being, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
know if
Hold on.
every
I'm
friend
being
cuddles.
real. I'm being very real. Friends cuddle.
friends hug.
And
Yes.
Hug,
I
yes,
must say this
cuddle.
with
I
all
don't
due
know
respect to the
about
married
that.
men. He calls is married, they're married, whatever. Friends, married men that say, oh, a male friend and all that. I'll tell you something for free today. Female best friends are worse, more dangerous than male best friends in your marriage. You think that guy is
Hold that
prepared
thought.
to
Hello.
hold
Good
up
morning.
for female best friends?
Okay.
Good
All right,
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's speaking?
Really.
Mr. Ben.
Professor Ben. We've changed his name on
Professor
Friday.
Ben.
Professor
Okay.
Ben.
Pastor, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ben.
SB is here as well.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Prof.
Go ahead, Mr. Ben.
See, this thing you people are talking about is just emotional abuse.
Emotional what?
Emotional abuse. You have
Abuse.
sexual
Emotional abuse.
You have physical
Okay.
abuse. This
Okay.
is emotional abuse.
Okay.
Your emotion is with somebody outside. You say you just a best friend. What do you mean? I just a best friend.
But
You don't understand that thing. That man, I don't know why this man should allow something like this to fester like this so long. You're supposed to cut it off immediately. Whether you started from when, before you marry or now that you're married, you're supposed to cut it off. The thing is very dangerous for marriage. That woman, I'm telling you, because this woman is regretting not marrying that man. Because the best person to marry is your friend.
okay.
He's regretting. Maybe both of them are regretting that they did not marry each other. And the two now they put in the middle. They are using you now for that type of nonsense.
But he says
Okay,
that
you are-
he's sure that there's no relationship. They are not cheating.
He's sure that she's not cheating.
She's not cheating.
But
on
it's
him.
just that she doesn't have much conversations with him.
You are cheating. I'm telling you.
What's the
Even when
definition
you are
of
Emotional
cheating, your
abuse.
husband, your mind
Okay.
is with somebody else. And the human is comparing and contrasting. And they say,
She married you.
that my best friend is better than my husband in so area.
But
You know,
she
in
married
terms of,
you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Ben.
Mr. Ben. Remember how you
But
sent them?
she
You
saw
sent,
you,
you sent a
and
post
she
to
has
me.
the best friend for years,
Shema.
Probably
and then
they
she
didn't
married.
discuss.
They cannot
See-
handle that. No, they cannot handle it today. No.
So when he talks,
No.
when he talks
No,
about
probably-
cheating,
no,
you
no,
guys
no,
go,
wait.
"Whoa,
Probably
what do you
they
think
didn't
cheating
discuss.
is?" If I have
Okay.
a best friend I'm speaking with, and you don't have who you're speaking with, sharing stuff with, I'm cheating. Take it.
Okay.
That's an
dear
angle.
men.
That's an
though.
angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Straight
probably they didn't discuss this thing before,
Ahead
or
of
the guy
time.
felt he would be able to handle it.
Or that
See,
she
there
will
are
leave
so
him
many
But I
over.
didn't
assumptions.
think that there was a
Yeah.
problem at all.
Yeah, there will always be assumption before you get married.
Right.
But when you get in, then you see the reality. Then you probably wish you've done some things. I think this is where maturity will come. A lot of maturity, both on the side of the guy, on the side of the lady. I know it will be very, very difficult for her to let go of the friendship. The lady,
You want her to let go of the friendship.
see, if she wants a marriage,
She has to choose.
yes, at this point,
She
Even
has
if
to.
she cannot reduce her friendship. She has to
She has to
totally cut it off.
cut it off.
see, at this point, if she wants that marriage, this guy, the husband, is complaining about this, and is complaining. I think for him to actually speak out, it's been a major source of
Yeah, it's a
worry.
problem.
Is
Do you think an
It's a big
individual
problem
can
in the
be
making.
can cater to all of your needs?
one
I was going to
individual?
speak.
One
I was
individual.
going to speak about that. I was going to speak about
Okay,
that.
please,
See,
because we want to hear.
like we make one particular mistake in marriage.
Okay.
Two people coming from two different angles. I mean, two different
backgrounds.
entirely.
Mhm.
The guy has his own set of friends, his own confidence, his workplace for emotional support, for financial support.
Exactly.
For everything. The woman, same thing. Then they got married. then one is expecting the husband to do all of what like 10 people has
Are
been doing.
doing, yeah.
So the wife is expecting the husband is expecting the wife to do what 10 people has been doing. I think it's faulty.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't expect to onboarding on 10 different people. Now you want to put that burden on just
On one person. Okay.
Like the burden is also so. Yes, we could.
And
see,
she's trying to take off the burden by having some conversations with her best friend. So is that a
see,
problem
let me tell you
now?
something. See, like I said something earlier, the men and women, we don't think alike.
Okay,
See-
that's right. I agree.
There will be things you tell me as a man, like the point I will be saying it. Will be very, very different from if you tell her that same thing as a woman.
Right. I see.
So the advice I will give you will probably be different from what she will tell you.
Okay, and while we
This-
come back
this
to that
house is
advice,
hot.
we have to go on this rather short
Yeah,
break. When
let's
we
go.
come back, it's still your One Family, One Radio, Super 92.7. Dear men, help. I am not my wife's best friend.
Your daily dose of the good stuff. 92.7 FM.
Are you ready for a battle of words?
So what do you stand to gain by going through my phone?
So if you have nothing to hide, why is it a problem to have this phone?
If you're looking for reasons, you will find it. And when you find it, it will destroy the relationship. So are you happy now?
Get ready for Shots Fired, the high-energy debate-based program where opinions clash and sparks fly. Each episode brings together two passionate voices with opposing views on today's hottest topics, whether it's politics, pop culture, sports, technology, or society. The stakes are high, the arguments are sharp, and the competition is fierce. Our host sets the stage. Then it's game on. Timed rounds of fiery arguments and rebuttals, where each debater fights to win you it. Who will sway the crowd? Who will take the heat? It's the ultimate test of passion, knowledge, and persuasion. Shots fired. The debates are real, the opinions are hot, and the conversations are unforgettable. Tune in every Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Join the conversation and decide for yourself who's got the best shot on Super 92.7 FM. One Family, One Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the collaboration of the decade. Join us for the good, the bad, and the beast. A special Easter Sunday edition of AY Live at Echo Hotels and Suites on the 20th of April 2025. This will be a historic night with AY, Basket Mouth, I Go Die, and some of your favorite comedians live on one stage. Venue, Echo Convention Center, VI, date 20th of April 2025. Red carpet, 6 p.m. Main event, 7 p.m. Tickets, regular, 10,000 Naira. VIP, 50,000 Naira. Premium table, 7 million Naira. Goat table, 3.5 million Naira. Get your tickets at all Tasty Fried Chicken outlets in Lagos. Ebano Supermarket, www.areatickets.com. Media partners, Super FM, AY Live on Easter Sunday. The good, the bad, and the beast be there.
Have you been looking for avenues to reach a global audience? Would you like your business to reach your target audience and people from all walks of life? Call our commercial lines on 0816-4193-677 or walk into our office at 31 Bishop Oluwole Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Put your business on blast on Super 92.7 FM. Your 17
Super FM 92.7.
say you like me. Your heart skip anytime I say nice things. Maybe you the shy sense. Maybe fate don't say we can't fight this. You they draw me, you find artists. We don't preach, maybe we should try practice. We could go slow like say we jam traffic. If they want talk, make we vibe happy. You step right through my door. I did wish I could hug you. Swagger, keys after. But they say your boyfriend is a street fighter. Jake, now your smile from heaven, oh. You they dodge, trying to be careful, oh. But we still going round in circles, oh. If we don't try, we'll never get to know. See how you find, you shine from head to toe. I know there's something.
There's nothing, Fals. There's nothing. How do you know there's something?
DJ Ryder, well done.
Ryder,
We see what you're doing.
We're
Well
seeing your
done, well
shades.
done, well done, well
We're
done.
collecting our bullets. It is Super 92.7 FM. Dear man, remember the show is not our own. We're just waka passes. We're just supporting the motion or denying the support of the motion.
Or helping women put out their voices there as for we're women ourselves.
And the conversation is very simple. The question is very simple. Help. I am not my wife's best friend.
All right. It says, I have a problem with the fact that my wife doesn't make me or doesn't take me as her best friend. She has a friend who she grew up with, and I find that he has always been her best friend and her confidant. I have tried to talk to her about it, but she recently told me that she cannot tell me everything because I can't handle some things. I'm not suspecting her of cheating. He's not hiding from me and respects boundaries, but what do I do?
Okay,
Do you think it's a problem with the man?
Yes. We would like for you to listen to this conversation. Hopefully, you get something out of it.
Mike. They have chemistry, they're in a romance, they keep each other company, and they laugh like crazy together. The thing with Mike, though, is that he doesn't know how to be serious. But that's not really a problem, because whenever Emma wants to talk about something deep or philosophical, she goes to Alex instead. Alex is incredibly smart, loves coffee, loves talking, and loves debating. And their conversations, they're on another level, deep, engaging, and full of meaning. The thing with Alex, though, is that he doesn't like to move around much. But that's not really a problem either. Because when Emma wants to go hiking, she's got Sarah and her dog, and they head out to the mountains for the whole day, and you have no idea how much fun they have. You know Emma's secret to being so happy? She never expects anything from a chicken other than eggs. She never asks an apple tree for anything other than apples and shade. She only expects milk from a cow and love from a dog. And look at that. What a wonderful way to live. Emma's friends always want to make her happy and give her what she asks for, because she only asks for what they can actually give. Poor Jessica, though. She's miserable. The only person she has in her life is her boyfriend. And her boyfriend? He adores her and would love to give her everything she wants, but the guy isn't a Swiss Army knife and he's definitely not a genie in a lamp. But Jessica wants him to be her personal ATM, her therapist who listens patiently, her passionate romantic, and great in bed. But at the same time, she also wants him to be the guy with no obligations, free to tag along to all her social and family events. She likes that he's protective, but she also wishes he were more sensitive. She wants to get everything she needs from just one person. And the problem is, no one person can give you everything you need. Some people are generous with money but stingy with their time. Others will give you their whole afternoon but can't keep a secret. Some are always late, but they have infinite patience. You're going to save yourself a lot of frustration and be so much happier when, like Emma, you learn to ask people for what they can actually give and stop expecting things they simply can't. I wish I had read How to Win Friends and Influence People sooner. That book lays it all out so simply. How to be respected and well-liked without manipulation.
Okay, so the reason
Didn't I just say something about that before we went off it?
Which one of the things?
Like what you just said, like expecting one,
Okay,
like
no, I had mentioned
person,
exactly
expecting
you
everybody
as a
now,
people.
most people as a people. By the time you want to get married, you're expecting so much from
the one person.
the one person you are
Yes.
getting married to.
Yes.
And when you don't get that particular thing, or okay, you're expecting so much with the mindset of, okay, I saw this in my friend, I saw this in my ex, saw this in my ex. Okay, maybe. Okay, I've seen like 6 of what I wanted in this man that I want to get married to. Okay, maybe when we're married, I will try and change him and add these other 3 or that
That's
4.
another matter. Oh.
Like,
That's another one.
like add these other 3 or that 4, then I will have the perfect man. Meanwhile, the mindset we should have gotten would be, okay, like I'm getting married. Okay, I have this 6. I will cultivate this 6. I will nurture this 6. They become larger. So that 4 you're looking for that you can't have, just take it. You probably will not have it. And if peradventure you've been talking about this with him for a while and 1 or 2 things clicks, and it happens, it will be a bonus to you for having it. And same thing, I want to believe the other person would have seen. You will not see everything you want in a particular person.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
You just need to take people. The best we could do is pray to God. Help me add these two now. Help me add these three now.
Basil had said something
we
about.
work on ourselves. Sorry, we work on ourselves to get better. I believe if you point out to your partner, you can do better at this. You work. The person will probably work at that.
But what if it's not their forte? They don't know to do it. They can't
something
learn.
that they are used
You are
to.
teaching
They've
someone
never
something in
done
the
it.
old age.
Like that's what I'm saying. That's why I said you pray for it.
Okay.
And I said you focus on what that person. If you focus on something, it will probably magnify. You see more of that and less of what you actually even think. And at the end of the day, you even discover what you think you need or what you think you want. It's not something you need eventually.
SB, sorry, Basil,
Okay.
but I want to ask SB the question I asked Emisi Olua. Do you tell your wife every single thing?
Okay, this is it. Like he said, no.
Okay.
Not
Does she
every
tell
single
you every single
Yes.
thing?
Yeah.
She does as much as possible.
As much as. So
much
there's- that's a no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it. You know, probably if I sit down here, I can't speak for her 100%. She
But you know
talks,
that there's
she
some
talks
things
to
you
me a
do not
lot.
think. Of
Yeah,
course.
she talks to me a lot. Like, okay, she tells me every single thing. Like she tells every single thing. As a matter of fact, I think we have this point of conflict. Like she thinks I don't tell her everything.
Which you
And she
don't.
tells me
Which you
everything.
don't.
And I keep telling. I think I told her once, like, see, babe, if I tell you there are some things you probably wouldn't take. I don't think you'll be able to take some of these.
You're
things.
reiterating us.
Wait now. Chena go calm down.
Yeah,
Now
go
go calm down.
Go on. We're
Like,
listening.
and I tell her that, see, we're married. Like you study the person you are with. Like there's some things I tell my wife, she might not, like her mood will change instantly.
I agree.
And when her mood change, when she becomes sad, who go make her happy? Like what would you do? What would I do?
What I'm hearing from
see,
you,
she
SB,
wants
is that what you give, what Tunde, the way Tunde, the room that we give Tunde is not the one we give Shadi. That's what I'm hearing from you.
That's what you choose to hear from
No,
me.
no. That's what you're
So-
saying. That's what you're
from me.
saying.
That's what you're saying.
Okay, Basil.
See,
Sorry.
like again, like I'm going to say, we are all wired different.
I agree.
Okay. So Basil, you wanted to say something.
All right. So, you want to say one more thing before I shoot?
Like I was going to relate it to
Okay.
what we're actually talking about. This particular guy.
Yes.
See, I think the problem he has is not the wife having a best friend.
Or having a male best
a
friend.
male best friend.
Didn't he notice it beforehand?
Okay.
Couldn't
That
he have
is
had a
his
problem
And
with
he
it from
still
the very
said,
beginning?
I
That
know
is
she's
his
not
mistake.
cheating
Okay.
on me.
So,
See,
Okay,
and
he's
I
taking
think-
sideline. Sorry, let's give room for Basil.
Yeah,
I'll start from where the last thing you said. The problem you think he has is she having a male best friend. I think the problem he has is she didn't control that friendship. If it was female, trust me, he might still complain. But I'll go back to the start points. Marriage. When people get together, I'm not married yet, but a lot of the young people don't understand what those vows, the meaning of those vows, the meaning of marriage, what love is, understanding. Friendship, they don't understand, because if you understand that, you would know that what compromise is. You would know that that person doesn't come with perfection. You can't get all you want, like you said. Now, I ask people, do you go to a medical doctor to report a case file that has happened on the road? You go to a police? Do you go, for Catholics, do you go to a policeman to make confession? No, you can't. You go to a priest. So, okay.
Let's take a call. Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Fancy. It's great to have you on, dear man. All right, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, my thoughts on this is you being married and having a best friend outside is a no for me.
It's a no for you. Okay.
Yes.
How so?
Because now, if my wife has best friend outside telling the person everything and she's not telling me, that means I am the problem. Why? Because
Right.
I did not make her comfortable.
Enough.
To tell me
Fancy.
everything.
Fancy.
Yes.
You need a hug, and I will give it to you. But go on.
Definitely, you're going to have best friend outside before you get married to them.
Mhm.
Now, it's now your duty to win them over. to start telling you everything, be comfortable with you. So you now coming outside to say, yes, so my wife is saying everything outside, but she can't say to me. How do you make her feel anytime she tells you something?
Now that's
that
something.
is one thing. So before you get married to anybody, know yourself first, know what you can take and know what you cannot take before you get married to the person. So you know that the person you are getting married to will not be a provocateur. You understand?
Okay, Francie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you tell your wife everything?
See, I tell my wife everything that she needs to know, that she wants to know.
This question, I don't notice how men don't answer this question directly. Thank you, Francie.
Things? I tell the rest
sorry,
of the
Francie,
things.
call us back, please.
But because I know
Okay,
I saw at a
so-
wedding. Sorry, one
okay.
second. I saw at a wedding where a lady was doing a video of herself and her best friend who's female who just got married, and then she goes on the pulpit and said, "Oh, my best friend, my husband," and the friend was like, "Now wow!" So they've sidelined me like this. It's obvious that the guy made her comfortable enough to understand that I'm here for you. Francis said that it is my problem as the man if my wife cannot tell me everything because she has not found
He's
comfort in
absolutely
her.
Can we
right.
agree
So
that
my friend-
sometimes can we
She
agree
is
that we
right.
don't even
Okay,
always
so-
tell our best friend every single thing? There are some things that we.
So my
yes,
first
that's
question
it.
to Francis is,
Fancy.
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 Do we all make God comfortable enough to forgive us? No, we don't. Sometimes you need to, if I'm in a relationship with you, we don't look at it from that angle. You need to open up. If I tell you stuff about me, I don't need you to wait till I make you comfortable to open up to me. That's what friendship understanding is.
It's
No,
not very your
sometimes
prerogative to
wait.
tell me when
No,
to
what
do
I'm
it.
saying
I
is-
want
actually
to,
not
like,
a
I want
very
to say something about this particular
No, what
guy.
I'm saying, if you're
Sorry,
sharing
let's
like
finish this thought.
it's some sort of it's a contract, it's an agreement. I've earned it when we told each other we will ride or die. Till
Okay,
death. I've earned you
okay.
opening up to me. You're cheating, you're holding back stuff. That's that. I'm gonna go to the guy now. My best friend, I'll say it, I hope she's listening. Everybody knows this, they know her. She got engaged. I'm not married now recently. I've given her some distance. These guys out there and
Intentionally.
ladies out there, please use your brain. It works.
You are
Space
a
a
man.
couple that
You are a
have
man.
gotten
You are
together.
logical.
Hello, sorry.
You are
Hello,
more
someone's
logical
on the
than
phone.
emotional.
Hello, good morning,
See, you are more logical.
Mr. Ben. Sir,
Let me tell you a story, small, very short story.
in 34 seconds.
A woman told her husband how she was raised.
Okay.
Somebody raped her.
Okay.
She said that every day this man was using it against me. Every day.
So what do you say to
So
that?
she made her. She never told the man anything again. There's so many information. She will enter grave with.
So,
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
So
much.
that's
Like
what
I
I
would
was saying.
say.
Sorry. Let me just wrap this up. That's
Yes.
what I was saying earlier. That's why you have these professionals. You should have, I'll still say it again, have one best friend, one husband, one best friend, one wife, one person, same person. You have this person you go to talk about business with. Let it end there. The reason this man is complaining is because this is more than just talking to somebody, sharing a part of your life with
Could it
somebody.
also be
You're spending
peer
much time.
Could it also be that he just is in his feelings?
Yes.
No, it's not. In most
Mr.
cases, it's
Ben,
not
yes.
just in his feelings. Trust me.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think the husband of that woman isn't wise enough. Your wife came to you. She was raped. Is it her fault?
She should have told the priest.
So
Trust
that's what
me.
I'm saying.
That's
She
the
could
mistake
not,
people
she
make.
could not handle that
I'm
information.
serious.
You're talking about,
Or a
you're talking
therapist.
about-
I'm serious.
Knowing
Knowing the kind
you're
of person
talking
you're-
your husband being a best friend, and you're saying she should have told him. You should have been the one.
It
So
goes
what
back to
would
what
it-
Chioma said.
wait,
It's not everything
what
you
would
tell
it-
your best friend. because
Not
trust me,
everybody can handle everything.
What
What
would
you
it have
send
taken
somebody's
away from
phone
the
on.
man?
Okay,
From
okay,
one
okay.
perspective
Sorry,
now.
guys.
What would it have taken away from the man?
To
Okay.
what?
Like the wife told, like she was raped, and she told him the circumstances, and instead of sympathizing or showing empathy to your wife, you are using it against her.
So let me give you. Sorry, guys. Let me give you a very clear.
No. But
No,
the man,
without-
the man,
she
the
should have
man
gone to
using
the
it against her
therapist
is what.
without your
No, I'm not saying
without
it's
your
right.
husband.
I'm not saying it's
Oh,
right.
I know. I'm aware.
So it's see,
He's talking about
I'm
how,
talking about
I mean,
how-
what
how
the
he has
man's
reacted towards
reaction
it.
is.
The
So
man
I have a
reaction-
question.
She's a
Of
child
course.
who's not ready for marriage. She
Sorry,
shouldn't have been
I have a
with you.
question. Is could this also be peer pressure? This is what I mean. Could it be that this man is normally okay with his wife being friends with this person? But hold on. He said for him to say, look, there's no suspicion of cheating or anything, and he's not been hitting from me, and he respects boundaries. Hold on. So is it his best friend, and they start to chit chat about how it's not okay, and that probably formed
Has
his
ignited
sudden
that
decision
in your heart.
to not want her to be too close to the guy
No, she's
anymore
not
because
putting it in check. That's why he's complaining.
She's not putting it in check.
But he said he respects
that the person
boundaries.
in question respects boundaries. So you think that she is not putting it in check?
That's why I said.
Okay.
See, that's why I said. I said
let's hear this. Let's take this quick call.
I'm
Edwin,
sorry.
Just 1 second.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Mr. Fancy calling back.
All right, Fancy, go on.
Yeah. So, like, you asked me that, do I need to tell my wife everything, or do I tell my wife everything?
Yes.
You see, it's what she wants to hear that I will tell her. Like, some men, some couples, they can have, like, 30 minutes conversation without picking quarrels with each other. You understand?
Okay.
For me, I can sit with my wife and have a conversation with her for 1, 2, 3 hours without getting tired. That is your best friend. You understand?
True.
You say everything with her. You discuss everything with her. Even us, there are some things, even though because God sees everything, there are some things we're not even able to tell God. You understand? So you have your own thing yourself. You keep to yourself. Some things that you can't. Well, there are some secrets we take to the grave.
True. Mr. Fancy, are you a wife's best friend?
I'm her best friend. She tells me everything. I tell her everything.
So she's your best friend as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Censored everything. Censored.
Yes.
So like, I was saying, like, this guy, I think is the major issue now is jealousy crept in at the point he knew before they got married.
That's what I'm saying. That jealousy that crept in. Could it be peer pressure that led to the jealousy?
If it's peer pressure will probably be the secondary reason. Not the primary. See, like you're on a phone with a friend for hours.
Okay.
Like practically every day, and you know it's not even a lady, a guy. See, the guy probably stated there is no suspicion of this. There's no suspicion. See, bagbe
in his
forget.
heart. Like forget
it.
Okay.
He's a man. See, I'm telling you again and again, we are logical. The man-woman thing.
He could be effeminate. Which means
I'm sorry, I just had to laugh. I'm
sorry.
And
I think one thing.
The way you just
let me make this point because I know we're
feminist. I'm like, oh my word.
I think one particular thing is before they got married, he saw this, but he thought they will build probably with time. The wife will build that relationship with him. Yes, and he becomes a best friend.
I think the problem
is
you
right.
shouldn't be thinking that you will build it in marriage.
So, like
it's beforehand.
One more call 070569000927. One more call and we'll end it. 070569000927. Yes.
Like right now, I'm making my wife. Like I wouldn't. Like I had friends, but right now my wife she doesn't even know it. I
hope she's listening. But go on.
Why you not like this? You have let him drop it first. Say it, just say your chest, Jerry. Say your full chest.
Like my wife is the one person I know is the closest person to me right now. My best friend. See, like I travel a lot now. Like I feel when I'm out of the house for 2-3 days, like I want to go back home.
Aww,
that's beautiful.
Like see, I want to go back home.
Your place is your haven. You feel
like,
safe.
After like a week, like I always discover I wouldn't be able to concentrate as much.
Because
Jesus. See, it's like it's actually a gradual thing. Like it's not something that just happened suddenly.
Overnight, yeah.
Like I did not even. I'm going to confess. I did not even know. Like I'm at this point right now. It's just like it's just of recent. Like, I need to go back home.
Do you think it's because you as an individual were open to learning, understanding her, and being there for her, even when she has issues that she needs to discuss with you, and you're not reprimanding her almost immediately?
Well,
do you think that you were part of that?
Yeah,
and that's why this happened.
Probably that could be one of the reasons. But I think even outside of that, I think it's a personal thing too. At times you get drawn. I think you get drawn to things you want, things you love.
SB, do you have a best friend? Besides your wife.
Just said it.
No, I'm coming. Besides your wife, second best friend.
I have friends. I have good friends.
Are there things that you can't tell your wife that you tell that very close person?
I have
to
a particular friend that I rant to.
Okay,
there are some things. When I said I don't tell my wife everything. Like there are some things I know when I tell her, like it will probably destabilize us, at least at that particular point.
But if
like
but
she
if your
knows,
friendship
I
is
tell her, see, I tell her that she knows that I have a particular friend. I did not tell her. The
but
person.
she knows.
She knows.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
So
okay,
let
but
me-
and I,
let me say
she,
this.
Sorry.
she has someone too.
Okay,
She
because
rants
time
too.
is not
Okay.
our friend.
Okay.
Basil.
By the way, that was a huge risk. That's
My wife knows. My wife knows I
I'll
love
say
her.
something real quick.
Yes.
Sometimes we indirectly put the cart, C-A-R-T before the horse.
Yeah.
And then we get hypocritical around here, especially in Nigeria. Why I'm saying this is, you tell me, oh, I have a best friend. You're supposed to have another person outside. You tell everything and talk about everything. When the marriage is about to crash, you remember there's a therapy. You remember there's a sponsor that you had in your wedding. You remember there's the priest, there's the pastor. Why I'm saying that is, let's use stuff the way they're supposed to be used. People, agencies, properly. I always say this. Therapists are important. Do not go to any outside best friend.